Can you smoke peach cobbler? And what happened when the peach delivery truck had an accident? Second one's easy. It's a real traffic jam. I recently made a video where I made a peach barbecue sauce and I smoked the peaches and I was like, man, these look really good. Should make a peach cobbler out of this. Guess what? We're doing that. We are making a smoked peach cobbler on the Ninja Woodfire. The other reason for this is peaches are in season right now and they are super ripe and super delicious. So, sounds good to me. All we need to do is half these peaches and remove the pits. I've got 7 nice ripe peaches here. They're already juicy and they have not even been smoked yet. Now we just need to remove the pits. Easy peasy, easy peachy, easy peachy. I'm gonna smoke these in my Ninja Woodfire, so I'm gonna use my little rack. I love this thing. Oh, I forgot one. Hoping I can fit 14 peach halves on one rack in the Woodfire. Perfect. You smoke them just like this, cut side up. It's gonna collect all the peach juices inside the peach. I might even put a little pan underneath there just in case we lose any drippings. Let's make a little topping to go on our peaches. There's 1, 2, about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, half a tablespoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. I don't know how big that is. It's probably a nice little hefty pinch. That should work. Now we're gonna whisk this stuff together to try and give myself like an even topping so I can get a good kind of similar mix on all the peaches. Now we're just gonna dust these with our topping, which is probably way too much topping. And now we're gonna set up the wood fire. Grab your pellet hopper and fill it all the way to the top and give it the dad shake. The dad shake either compacts the pellets and makes it burn better, separates the pellets and gives it lots of air and makes it burn better, or does absolutely nothing and just makes me feel like it burns better. I still do it every time. Now, we're gonna go pop this in the wood fire and set it to 200 degrees Fahrenheit smoker. Once that's gone through ignition and it says it's add food, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go add these peaches. That guy down there. We'll check on those in about 30 minutes. After a little less than 40 minutes under smoke, they look fantastic. Look at all that juice and they smell slightly smoky, which is all I want. I don't want smoke to overpower the dish. Just see, oh yeah, tender, but I don't think they'll fall apart, which is what I want. Now we're gonna set these aside to cool while we make our crumble topping. For our topping, you want 1 cup of flour, roughly. That's the nice thing about this. It's like baking, but not super baking where you have to be exactly perfect. You need 2 cups of flour, 1/3 of a cup of good old fashioned white sugar, 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar packed. It was actually 1/2 of a cup of sugar, so I need to add a little bit more white sugar. I was off. A nice hefty pinch of salt, about 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of cinnamon. And we're gonna wanna mix these dry ingredients well. I'd say that's pretty good. In a separate bowl, you're gonna add 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. I like buttermilk because it adds a little bit of a tang and just a better flavor than straight milk. If you don't have it, use regular milk, it'll be fine. And about 1 teaspoon of vanilla. 1 stick of cold butter. We're gonna cut it into cubes. Now I don't own a pastry cutter, so I'm gonna try the double knife method. I don't really think that's working. I'm gonna try the hand method now. We're just trying to get a crumble. Now the butter's kind of broken up in there. There's a lot of flour. Just trying to break these up kind of into crumbles. We'll go back with the knife. See if we can't cut them a little bit more. We're just gonna feel for big chunks of butter. Try to break them up a little bit. Pastry cutter would make this a lot easier, but I think I've done a semi-okay version. And now we're gonna stir this in until just combined. You don't want it to get too smooth. You want a little lumpiness. Just trying to get any of those little like big dry spots. I think that's gonna be good. Now we can go ahead and preheat the wood fire. We're gonna set it to 350 degrees and bake, but we wanna take the whole wood fire thing out of it. We do not want this to get too smoky. It's gonna make your top like a terrible color. all sorts of bad things will happen if we leave the smoke in there. So we're gonna actually even just remove the whole pellet hopper, because fun fact, even if you don't have wood fire turned on, if the pellets are lit and the fan is going, it's gonna add smoke. Doesn't matter whether you told it to or not, it's just gonna. So we're gonna pull that pellet hopper out. Make sure you get a high heat glove to do it. By this time, our peaches should be cold enough to be handled and sliced. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make our filling in this bowl. So we're gonna dump any extra peach juice that we happen to have into that bowl. These may be a little softer than I would have liked. Now we're just gonna go ahead and peel these. The skin should slip right off. I guess you could leave the skin on if you wanted, but from a texture standpoint, I think without the skin is gonna be so much better. Though I think some people make these with canned peaches, and this is kind of canned peach texture. So we might be okay. And now we're just gonna slice them. Gonna try to make them sort of chunky so that they hold up. Peaches, I have to. I wanna see. Oh wow, that is so good just like that. I could eat them just like that. For our topping for the peaches, we need 1/3 cup brown sugar, 1/3 cup of white sugar. Because these are some juicy peaches, we're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, a little bit more cinnamon, tablespoon of lemon juice, another healthy pinch of salt, and give this a mix. And now we're gonna pour this over our peaches. We're gonna let those hang out while we rectify a mistake. I left out the baking powder from the crumble topping. Needs 2 teaspoons of it to react with the acid. I am hoping I can fold this in and it doesn't kill my leavening. We'll see. Trying to kind of just work it in there as best as I can into this already hydrated dough. We'll stir. Hopefully we're okay. I've got this Pyrex baking dish. It says it is a 2.2 quart. And we are gonna go ahead and butter it to grease it up. That should be enough butter. And into it go the peaches. That looks like that's gonna be about just the right size. And now we're gonna drop spoonfuls of the topping on top of here. You wanna leave some gaps. You wanna take your little spatula and just kind of flatten some of these tall guys so that they don't get a little uneven cooked. If they're too tall, they might be a little doughy by the time the rest is cooked. So this last step is optional, but I've got a little bit of melted butter, which I'm gonna brush on the top of my batter. And this is turbinado sugar, basically raw sugar. And we're just gonna sprinkle it on the top. This should give us a super cool texture to our topping. Not too much, just a little pixie dust. We're gonna bake this for 30 to 40 minutes until it is golden brown and bubbling. Let's get it out there. I did stick it on the rack because I don't want the dish on that hot plate. I think that that's gonna transfer too much heat and kind of boil everything, which we don't want. We just want it to brown and get nice and hot and bubbly. So I'm gonna also check it in 15 minutes. I've never cooked one in there before, so I don't know how it's gonna cook. That is pretty looking. I can't wait to eat this, but it's gonna have to cool for at least 15 or 20 minutes. This is like probably blazing hot. So I'll see you in a little bit. I gave this sucker 45 minutes to cool down because I just didn't feel like dying when I ate it. Let's go ahead and cut us a nice little chunk. And I decided to go with a little bit of good old-fashioned Cool Whip to top mine. I am super excited to try this out. We'll push the Cool Whip over and try it just by itself. Got some of the crumble. Oh, that is very good. The crumble's perfectly cooked. Nice crunchy top. Kind of a little bit of dough on the inside. Oh yeah, that is fantastic. It's got like a almost like a bready feel to the dough. Perfect level of sweetness, not overly sweet. You do get a little hint of that smokiness, but it is just background. I was afraid the peaches were gonna be too soft. They are not. I very much like the texture on the peach. Not sure if you can tell, but kind of liked it. It is gone. If you'd like the recipe, I'm gonna throw it on my website, dadgotthis.com. Link will be in the description. And if you want more awesome woodfire recipes, go ahead and check out my cookbook, Bad Jokes, Good Food. Lots of recipes in there, a couple stories. It's a good time. I'm very proud of it. Did all the work on it myself. If you want to support the channel, consider picking it up. I have it in ebook and in hardcover if you live in the United States and you want to buy a physical book. If you enjoyed the video, please do the likey, subscribe stuff. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. So, with all that out of the way, I guess there's only one question left to answer. What did the peach wear to go swimming? A one-peach bathing suit. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, cook some fantastic peach cobbler on the Ninja Woodfire. But one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support, and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on. You say you like brisket, ribs, and pumpkin pie. But can you handle the dad jokes that come with them? My cookbook, Bad Jokes, Good Food, has over 24 woodfire recipes guaranteed to make you hungry and groan at the same time. Order your copy now at dadgotthis.com.